Good morning, one and all, and welcome to the virtual class. Today, we will see a new lesson in English, that is the three sets of rice. Okay, the the title of this lesson, that is the three sets of rice, it's very interesting. In this lesson, we have such a nice story. We have such a nice story, right? So, students, you may have read and heard so many stories about the brothers, about the sisters, usually two or three brothers and sisters story. And usually two of them, the elder ones are strong, clever, nice, but they are not a unkind and good person. If you have ever heard the two sister story, in that story you also may find the elder one is a good, but they are strong, clever, but they are not unkind, they are not a humanism, and the younger one are the simplest and soft hearted. Okay, you mostly ever heard this story. For example, there are so many stories. For example, Cinderella stories. There are also two sisters. They are the sisters, but the younger one is she's so beautiful and she have the soft-hearted story. But in our today's lesson story, our story, there are the three brothers. Okay, who lived in a small town, but there were all three of them honest, kind, and hardworking. All of them are equal. Okay, they have a good nature, they are hardworking, and they are looking towards their mother. They are so they are so lovable. They are so lovable to each other. Okay. The elder one. Now, what is the elder one is doing? The elder one run a shop. He had a shop. Okay. Middle one was a priest. Priest this priest that means that person who show the path of devotional way. Okay, for example, if you went to the temple or you went to the church, in that place uh, you can find a person. In a temple, you can find a pandit. In a church, you can find a father. That kind of person we called out the priest. Okay, and the younger brother just had finished his education, and he had started taking up jobs to earn some money. Okay, and he learned a trade, a business trade. Okay, so all three of them were fond of their mother. They are so loving and caring towards their mother. What was the reason behind them? What is the reason behind it? That the father, sudden death of their father, sudden death of their father. So all three brothers are live together and protect their mother. Okay, so now what will happen? What will happen one day? The one day their father's friend visited at home. Father friends came forward and he made to the mother and he said, "Sister, you know that I have made a very prosperous business. Prosperous business, that means a huge, nice setup business. Okay. But now I'm getting old. Okay. I'm getting old. I have only one thing, that my daughter is now a marriageable age. My daughter is now a marriageable age. One second. My daughter is now marriageable age. That is the marriageable age. That means the girl, it's fit and suitable and the right age for the marriage, a right age for the marriage. Okay, so now my daughter become a marriageable age. I am looking a son-in-law who will be a good husband to my daughter and who will handle my business. So I like to meet your all son, if you permit, if you allow me. So I will marry my daughter to one of them, but before I have a plan. Okay, but before I have a plan, and that plan is discussed with the mother, and she agreed quite readily. She agreed. Whatever the plan, she agreed. But what was the plan? What was the plan? Let me see what was the plan. The plan is that the man, okay, the father's friend, okay, he gave each of the sack of rice to three brothers. He gave them each a sack of rice and said, what he said, that my dear boy, I'm going away someplace for a few months for my necessary work. Please look this sack of rice till I come back. Okay, I'll give this sack of rice each three boys, and I will come after a few months. At that time, you will please take care about. Okay. So all three brothers now they ready. Okay, they kept the sack of rice in a proper place. Now the friend went away. Many months passed, but he did not return. It approximately took a 1 year. After the 1 year, he came back. When he came back, first he visited to the elder brother. When he came back, first he visited to the brother, and elder brother welcomed him, pleased him. Okay, and then after the friend, that means the father friend, asked to the elder brother, "What is about the sack of rice? My sack of rice." The elder brother explained him that after a few months, I was worried that it maybe get spoiled. Okay, if you store the rice or grain after the few months, it will get spoiled. So because of this, I sold the rice to my customer because elder brother have the shop. So he sold it to my customer. There I get some money. Okay, please accept it. This is your money, which I get while sold your sack of rice. Okay, so the friend is said, "Thank you, my boy. You are such an honest person. You return back my money while solding the rice." Okay. Now, then after the father friend, he went to the middle brother. Went to the middle brother who was a priest. The priest greeted him joy and affection. He said, "Uncle, remember you had left a sack of rice with me an year ago. I have kept it for many months. But then I was worried because if I kept and stored the rice, it will get spoiled. So that's the reason I distributed that rice amongst the poor people in your name. Because that is a priest person. He have the he have the soft hearted. Okay, so he sold that. So he not the sold. So he distributed the rice amongst the poor people. Okay, they all blessed you for satisfying their hunger. However, I did that without your permission. I'm sorry for that, and I'm willing to pay you back for the rice. Okay, if you're not like this, so I will pay the money of that rice. So the father friend is said, "No, my boy, you act very wisely and kindly. I'll get the blessing of all those poor people. This is enough for me. Please don't even think about the money anymore. It is okay. It is fine." Okay. Now the elder brother, what he did, he sold the rice, and the middle brother, he distributed the rice amongst the people. Now who is left? The third one. The younger brother is left. Right. Now the younger brother is left. Now let me see what the younger brother did with that rice. Okay. When the father friend went to the and visit to the youngest son. Okay, the youngest son also pleased him, welcomed him, show love and respect. But he said, what he said, he had confessed. He want to be confessed. Confess, this means what? A statement where the person indicating that is the guilty for something wrong. So he confessed, the sack of rice was laying with me for a long time, and I thought it maybe get spoiled. So I utilize an idea. Okay, I go to my neighboring farm to help with the work, and then after what I did, I borrowed. Okay, that means I purchased unused plot of land from that farmer, and in exchange of sack of rice, I'll get paddy. Okay, I'll get the paddy. In that paddy, in that the paddy in the plot, unfortunately the crops grow. The crops grew well and yielded 25 sack of rice. I maintained then after 25 sack of rice, I have kept that 5 of the sack and 20 sold of them. 20 sold of them. Students, so here the youngest one is said that insist of sack of rice, exchange of sack of rice, I'll get paddy. Now, paddy means what, students? Paddy, as you can see in this picture, paddy, that means a long land. Okay, that is a long land where the seeds, right seeds already attached over there, and the place where the crops are have to started grow. Okay, that we called a paddy. So each and everything the youngest son explained to that father friend, that exchange of the sack of rice I purchased, I took that paddy. Okay, in exchange of sack of rice, I took that paddy. I nurtured that. I look after that paddy. After a few days, the crops have started to grow. Okay, if the crops have started to grow, then after I'll get the grains. Which grain? Rice. And insist of one sack of rice, I'll make a 25 sack of rice. Instead of one sack of rice, I'll make a 25 sack of rice, and 20 of them I'll sold it in the market. I'll get huge amount of money, and 5 I'll still kept over here for you. 5 I'll still kept over here for you. So the youngest son explained each and everything, how he utilized that a sack of rice. Okay, I had kept 5 of sack of rice, 20 sold of them. Here the money. If you allow, I would like to keep a part of my sharing consider, because youngest son do a lots of job, labor work. Okay, so he want his sharing, that the consideration, the labor and the money I spent to get it all the done, all the work done properly. Understood? So while hearing all this thing, that the father friend have the huge smile on his face, have the huge smile on his face. He had finally found his future son-in-law. And who will the future son-in-law? That is the youngest son. That is the youngest son. That is the future son-in-law. Because he liked the way he uses sack of rice. The way he use of sack of rice. Okay. So this is all about the today's lesson. This is all about the today's lesson. In this lesson, students, what is important? What we learn from this lesson? We learn this lesson that whatever thing we have, okay, whatever idea, whatever thing we have, that we have to be used in a practical way, and you have to see a long scenario. Okay, that your long term idea. For example, the youngest brother have the sack of rice, only a one sack of rice. He utilized his intellectual power. He utilized the sack of rice in a proper manner. He's sowing the seeds and make a huge paddy crops grain and make a 25 sack of rice. So that means a double. That means he get in return a double sack of rice. Understood this thing, students? So whatever you have, that you have to utilize in such a good manner. Okay, so this is all about the today's